You're listening to Life with Herpes, and this is episode 100. Welcome to today's episode. I am your host, Alexandra Harbushka, and as always, I am thrilled to be here with you. So thank you for spending your time with me, however you are tuning in, whether you are listening in your car, riding your bike, you're watching me on YouTube, whatever this is, I am excited to be here with you. If you're watching on YouTube, so sorry, like my background is so boring. That's okay. Before I start going, if you're not a member of the Life with Herpes community, I'd love to invite you to be a member. It really is a great way to meet other people like you and me who have herpes and not feel so alone, get all the information you need to get so that you can best prepare yourself for outbreaks or future lovers, things like that. So go to lifewithherpes.com, sign up, join, research, spend some time, say hi, all that fun stuff. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about sexual ways herpes can be transmitted because there's a lot that happens, and I think we try and get creative, or we think like, oh, you just have to have sex to have herpes or all that. So before I get there, I know I don't know about you, but when I was first diagnosed, I totally came into be like a germaphobe phase, and I didn't want to touch anything and I went over the edge. So I don't know if that sounds familiar to you, but I totally went over the edge, and I started to alienate certain parts of my body, and what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to do that. So I don't want you to feel like you have to wash your hands 25 times. I don't want you to feel like you can't touch yourself. You can't cut off parts of your body. So take a deep breath, move on. Wash your hands and move on. With that being said, I get asked all the time from people like, oh, if I do this, will it transmit herpes? Or I only did that, so there's no way I have herpes. And so I want to just explain to you what are some sexual ways that we can transmit herpes. Remember, I want you to be aware of this. I don't want you to feel like you're punishing yourself. I don't want you to be washing your hands 25 times. I don't want you to punish your body. I don't want you to feel like you need to wear a chastity belt. I don't want you to feel like you're done. I don't want any of that. I just want you to be aware of this so that you can make the best possible decisions with your partners. Okay, the obvious one, no drum roll needed because it's so obvious, is sex. Duh. So, of course, you can transmit herpes through sex, obviously. But I want to make sure we are aware that it is all forms of sex: vaginal sex, anal sex, and oral sex. So they all can transmit herpes. I know through education, lack of education, and the hookup culture, we are trained, no sex, no glove, no love, right? So if we think, I don't have a condom, then, we'll just go to, the good old blowjob, or we'll go onto the, oral sex. And somehow we're missing that oral sex in the sex ed, because blowjobs and going down on someone, and even a stranger, if you think about it, that's kind of gross. You're like, I don't know, it's kind of gross if you think about it. It's a total stranger, and you'll go down on them. But anyways, do you guys kind of ever think that oral sex is kind of gross if you really think about it? You just can't think about it. You just got to do it and have fun. Anyways, okay, that's my little side note. But we think a lot of times with oral sex that we will prevent STDs or anything like that, and that's 100% false. So the only thing that having oral sex will prevent pregnancy. So it does not prevent any form of transmission or preventing you from herpes. So keep that in mind. Okay, next thing. I don't mean to be an Eeyore here, but fingering, hand jobs, and masturbation. These all can cause herpes, or they can all infect a non-infected person. Again, herpes is transmitted skin to skin. So if you are coming in contact with someone, even though if you're not having sex, but you're experiencing some other fun things like, fingering, hand jobs, and or you're doing a little self-pleasure, and your hands aren't clean, or you've come into contact with somebody who has it, then yeah, you can transmit it either to yourself or to your partner. So just a simple example, if you are a one-man band and doing a little masturbation, and let's say you have an oral outbreak and you touch it and then go down to self-pleasure, then you can transmit it to yourself that way. Or another example is if you are, on, is that second base? Yeah, fingering and hand job. They're second base, right? I think it's second base. First base is kissing. Second base is that. Third is oral, and fourth is going all the way. Okay, so I had to go through that in my mind. So if you're at second base and say your partner has it, whatever, you have it or your partner has it, chances are there's going to be some exchange in hands at some point, and go from one to the other, and boom, voila, there you go. Sorry. I know it's kind of a little letdown. Okay, so why I'm telling you this, again, it's not to be a letdown, it's not to be an Eeyore. I'm bringing this to your attention because I want to make sure that you know, so that you can just take proper care. Again, I don't want you to feel like you have to wear a chastity belt. I don't feel like you should be off limits, and please don't feel that way. I just believe it's important to know everything there is to know so that you can make the decision going forward. Remember, there's always latex. You can, use a glove, you can put a condom on, you can use dental dams, you can do all these things and still make it happen and still keep it as safe as possible for you. What I don't want to happen is think that you're doing something safe, silly word, but think that you're protecting your partner when you actually are just you might as well go all the way, right? Because whatever you're doing is still infecting your partner. So that's just why I want you to know. But the good news is with this, you can get creative, you can have fun, you can come up with a lot of great ways to enjoy your partner and enjoy sex. So I will let you figure out how you want to do that. I just wanted to make sure I gave you all the information so that you could make your own proper decision. I don't want to sound like your mom, but one of the most important things that I can encourage you to do is wash your hands. Just wash your hands, wash your hands. Herpes, no herpes, whatever. In general, get in the habit of washing your hands after you go work out, wash your hands. You come into the house after a long day at work, wash your hands. You're going to eat something, wash your hands. Whatever it is that you're doing, wash your hands. The more you wash your hands, the better it is you can prevent transmitting just even the common cold. Again, I'm not trying to say herpes or anything, just wash your hands in general. I like to recommend, and this is what they recommend on cruise ships when they get those, like the Norwalk viruses and all those crazy things when the entire cruise ship gets sick. But you wash your hands for 25 seconds under warm water with soap. So just a way to do that too is sing happy birthday. So do all this, 25 seconds. Just keep yourself as healthy as possible. All right, DM me with any questions. I can't wait to see you in our community. Go to lifewithherpes.com, join, and get creative. Have fun. Get creative. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye.